All right, we are in the California Ultimate Tournament. We're in the weekend round of the rookie division, and we came. I am sure one of my teammates has got, my clan mates has got they're in their bracket. -40 is at the top. I really think, like, if you want to be in the hunt, I need to shoot a -34, and there's no guarantee that a -34. Obviously, there's -40 at the top in some brackets. There's no guarantee that a -34 is going to do it, but just to give yourself a shot, I have no idea what's up at the top. I don't want to know. I just want to go out there and play my game and not try and get in it. And we'll see what happens. We will see. If I came in with a 29 and hole number 3, that's the hole that's the killer right there. You got to make that. Got to make that. That's the 32 right there. All right, we'll see what we can get done. We will see. Now, at the top of, when I came in, there was a bunch of people in this bracket that had shot a 32 in the opening round. So we'll see. We'll see if they backed it up and they got better, or if they got worse, or what the deal is. So who knows? But we're going to find out right now. Let's go look at hole number 1. All right, I'm doing the max overpower hook with a Marlin in a extra mile. And I'm sure you can do this with a lot of other clubs, but I've played this shot with an extra mile a bunch of times, so we're going to play it. Now, I've been doing a 10%, and I'm not really sure that I need to do a 10%. But with the way that the wind's blowing today, I'm not going to do the 10. And the deal there is the wind's blowing in from this direction. So if I over pull it, I take the risk of not hitting my spot here. But if I under pull it and I hit a little bit further over, my shot's still good. So I don't want to take, if the wind was blowing like this, I might do the overpull, the 10% overpull, because once, it doesn't matter if I hit a little bit more to the left, but you do not want to hit any more to the right. We'll see. All right, I think I got everything. Do I have everything? I do. Got a Marlin, got an extra mile. Here we roll. It's whatever the wind is divided by 2.1. 2.1 per ring. It might be 2 if you got a bigger ball, but I always think of the extra mile as 2.1. Three, 4. I'm gonna do 4 and a little teeny less than 5. That'll be 2 rings into the fairway. Maybe 2 and a little. 4.9. 2.33 rings. 2 1/3. There's the 2. There's the 3rd. Max overpower hook. I was trying to remember what I was doing. Am I doing a max? Oh yeah. We're doing a max overpower hook. And that's going to put me in the rough. I over curled it. There we go. Come on. Now I still have a ton of work to do from there. I just needed to do the 2 rings. 2 rings off right here, and I didn't take that extra wind out, so I should have kept it at the 2. And I think the 10 does work. I wanted to verify it. I've always done 10 there, but sometimes you do an adjustment, and it's like, do you really need to do that adjustment on the drives? I guess in that circumstance, I really do need to do it. My opponent should be nice. Nicely done. Hell, that might be in. Nice, my friend. Nice. Okay, a lot of work to do right here. It's work that can be done. It is. Somebody asked me if I like the new ball thing, the new sliders for our stuff. I like the fact that we can get all of our side spin on, but what I don't like is once you move to put on topspin, you can't. It's hard to get back to 0 side spin, where I don't want any side spin on at all, and getting back to a 0 side spin's hard. It'd be nice if they had, you know, like there was a little bit of a buffer. Because they were definitely, hey, the deal is you go, oh, it's just a little sliver. If the little sliver does nothing, then why have the little sliver? The little sliver does something. And I would prefer that the little sliver wasn't there. It gets the ball moving in that direction, even if it's just a little bit, and it can knock it off trajectory. All right, we survived hole number 1. Look at that. All right, I actually made a hole-in-one on this on a grate. Yeah. Let's look at it. Let's look at hole number 2. We got a really good shot here at making a hole-in-one, but we just need to get my act together. I'm going to use a quasar. And we're going to practice this one time. I just want to get. I played the no shot in the qualifying round and half the opening round, and then I adjusted it, and I really haven't actually tried to figure out how I want to play this hole. So let's figure it out. Let's wait until the weekend round before we figure it out. And I got a few practice tokens. I'm ready to roll. Okay, I'm gonna do a straight up shot, just right at it, wherever I'm at my club. Straight up. I know that we do an adjustment here, so I'm going to add on like plus 1. And I'm going to go straight at it. I'm going to try not to use the hill because of the way the wind's blowing right here. I'm going to go at it. All right, where am I? There's Max. Got my white ring off on the sand. Hey. Let me put all of that side spin on. Is there a spot where that'll work? Nope. Gotta do 5. Gotta do 5. Going right at it. So it's 3.6. What do I have on here for spin? I got 5 backspin. I am in practice. 5 backspin, 2 side spin. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the wind divided by 0.9 plus 0.1. All right. I am ready this time. 5 backspin, 2 side spin. I'm just making some notes here on my sheet. 5 backspin, 2 right hand side spin. Woo, I got lucky. That would have pissed me off. I know my opponent's trying to get a hole-in-one as well, but you know, like, hey, I'm practicing. It's practice. I wouldn't have got another shot. 5.1. It is 5, 3, 4, 5, and 2. Let's go right at it. I mean right at it. It's 5, 7, 6. Okay, there's 5, 7, 6, exactly. Hitting it perfect. Perfect. Not enough backspin. Came in there pretty close to the flagpole, so man, I hate putting that much backspin on a shot like that. I really don't like that. When you got a club that's got that good a ball guide and you're putting that much backspin on it, you're really taking away its backspin. I'm gonna practice it one more time. One more time. You're gonna get some bonus content here today. I'm gonna try something different. I'm not sure I like that. I'm gonna keep the same deal. I'm at max club. We'll see where I pull it back to. I might be closer to mid, and mid with a Grizzly is just 1-to-1. 1 per ring. What is Grizzly? It's a 1 plus 0.1. I go first. All right. There's max. There's min. There's mid. I am at mid. I'm right on the inside of the cup right there. What kind of spin do I have on it? Just a little and almost 4.2. So it's 4.3 rings. Hitting it perfect with 0 left on the clock. And didn't pull it enough. All right, I'm going to do 10%. 1.1 times the wind plus 0.1. All right. That's what I'm doing right there. That was not quite one. Well, the way that it is now, it wasn't quite 1 bar of side spin, but that's 1 3/4 or 1.5. I have no idea why we can't have our bars. We have 10 top spin. If you think about a big topper's got 100% top spin. Okay? If each bar represented 10%, there'd be 10 bars. So if you have a club that's 85, it'd be 8.5. But we have 9 bars. Why we have to have 9 bars instead of 10, I have no idea. And I went back and looked. Let me see if I can find the picture. Right here. I went back and looked. This is what it was originally. Originally we had 9 bars. 1, 2, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars of topspin. Why we don't have 10 bars, I have no idea. So that means you got to take 100 and divide it by 9. So each one's worth 1.11. If you're looking at your big topper. And we had in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 side spin. Okay. We now have 10 side spin balls. So why do we not have 10 ticks for side spin and 10 ticks for top spin? And why can't we, if we adjust our top spin, it's almost impossible to adjust your top spin and not have some kind of movement to the left or the right. But we should be able to get back to the point where we have none. Like they should have a gap in here so that we can get back to the point where we have none. And if we want to have side spin, we can put side spin on. But if we want none, we should be easily able to do that. But it's so tight down here that once you adjust your top spin, you just can't get it back. You can, but it's hard to get it back to 0. So I like the fact that we can get all of our side spin and top spin on balls now, but it would be nice. It would be nice if they, we got 10 top spin, we got 10 side spin. It would be nice if we had 10 ticks. So each tick represented a spin instead of, now we have 5 and we have a 10 side spin ball. So that means each tick represents 2 side spin, not 1. I liked it in the in-between time what we just got done with. We had 5 side spin balls and we had 5 ticks. So if you wanted to put on, you could look at the ball and go, hey, like I need this much side spin. It was easy to do the math because the ticks down here, these represented 1 side spin. All right. Everybody get that? All right. What am I going to do? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that shot. I'm going to do it. I am. I'm ready. Let's play it. I have no idea whether that'll work or not, but we're gonna do it. Dang it! I only took the whole week, and then I practiced the hole finally. If I can get an opponent, the big IF, capital IF. Bill Murray. Uh-oh, I'm playing Bill Murray. That means it's a gopher hole. Come on, are we really going to play this with a power 3 ball? I mean, I got no problem with the Saturn, but come on, do we have to play it with a power 3 ball? What a waste of a good power 3 ball. What a waste of a Titan. It is a Titan. It is the king of balls. I get it. It's 1.9 per ring, and they moved it 4 rings, so if they don't come up short on the left, come on. And they did come up short on the left, but I thought they would have come up a lot shorter than that. It's because of that hill. Dang hill. Okay, we're going to do 5.71 rings. .71 rings. Okay, there's the 7-1. There's the 5. In a dead center, perfect. Way short. Way short. All right. The problem with me in this hole is that I've sat and figured out ways to play this hole on several occasions while it's gone through its iterations. This hole is not the same. It's changed like 4 or 5 times, and I've spent the time to, in the last couple times it's changed, I just like, okay, by the time I figure out the perfect way to play this hole, they'll change it again. So I just kind of gave up on figuring it out. It's probably a bad thing. All right. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a power 3 ball. That's for damn sure. I want to see. I don't think I have. Well, a power 3 ball will be a power 6. And I have new power 3 precision balls. I do have some power 2 precision balls. I think I might I think I might just. How many of those do I have? I got 4 of them. I really don't want to use any of the power 8 balls, power 4 balls to do the deal, but I think I can get it done with the power 2 ball. I think I can. I think I can. All right, here we roll. Here we roll. I'm gonna do 10% on both shots. 10%, 10% times the wind divided by 1.2. This is definitely one shot at a time. You got to get to the right spot on the drive in order to give yourself that shot on the second shot. The second shot is money if I can get to the right spot on the drive. So one shot at a time. And with a power 3 ball, I don't know that you need to do a max over power hook shot, but that's what that's what our opponent's going to do. I think with just a regular shot, they probably could have got to that same spot, but that works. That works, my friend. It's going to push me that way 1.7, which is a ring and something. Isn't it perfect? That should be about the right spot. 400. That should put me 1.1 times whatever the wind is, wherever I'm at in my. I'm going to use a thorn, and the thorn is 172335. 1.7 at max, 2.3 at mid, 3.5 at minimum, and I should be at mid club. I'm going to put myself at mid club. Here we go. Come on. Get in the hole. Get in. Get in. So close. So close. There's max, or mid. Min. There's mid. Do mid club. .3 divided by 2.3. It's 0.62 of a ring. There's 0.62 exactly. Dead center, perfect. Woo! In the hole! Look at that. Woo! All right. All right. We picked up something. All right, what's hole number 4? Hole number 4. What do my notes say? My notes say Sniper Marlin. Is this a... Oh, I think this is one of those par 3s as well. Which way's the wind blowing? Oh man, that wind sucks. And the reason that wind sucks, the reason I say that is I don't normally, like in one-on-one play, I would play off of the island or play off of out here. I try and get up as close as I can. I try and backspin it. But in tournament play, I think really the best way to go for a hole-in-one is to play off the island. And with the wind blowing this direction and how I have to set it up down here, you've got to leave... I got to bring a marlin because I need a 0 power ball to get enough red line to be able to work the wind out. So I'm really close down here on red line, and a marlin's only got one side spin. So in order to get it curled around enough to lead me to the cup, I've got to pull it way down here towards the end, and that means I have to involve the sand with the pull. And I don't think I have any, I don't have any low, I don't know that I have, maybe. I got two. And I really, really, really hate to use one of those balls with the precision on a hole like this. I really, really, really hate to do that. I suppose what I could do, you see, is I could bring out a bigger power ball that's got more side spin. Let's do, hey, get off there. Let's do this. Let's see about bringing out, I could, you see. I'm not sure a power 3 ball will get me far enough up there where I can get into my, I was thinking about, let's practice it one time. We'll practice it and see if I need a power 3 ball or a power 4 ball if I want to play it with my grizzly and try and be at maximum grizzly. That way I can bring out a ball that's got a little bit more spin. And I might be able to bring out a ball that's got a little bit more wind, so I don't have to involve the sand. I think if I have more spin, I won't need it, the sand's not going to be a problem. So we'll switch it around. The problem is you can see how big their red line is. Their red line's here, but the back of the red line's here with a grizzly. If I brought a Goliath, then my red line would be non-existent, so I'd have plenty of room, but you lose a little bit of ball guide, so you really need to know where you're going. And that wind's not as bad as it was showing. Don't go in. Sorry. Not trying to wish bad things on my opponent, but don't go in. I'm okay. I'm okay with that, bud. Yeah, I'd have to bring out a power 4 ball in order to get up there. Let's see here. If I switch to a Quasar, how much room do I got? It gives me a little bit more spin. 4 and 1. Do I have enough room to work out the wind here? I do. I got plenty of room. Okay, 4 and 1. And I've been doing a plus 25. 1.25 times the wind divided by minimum club is 1.2. It was 4 and 1. .5, 3.64 rings. Let's get lined up. There's 1, 2, 3. Just a little shy. perfect? Just a little bit shy. Okay, I think that's it. I can fix that. I can. I will. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Find an opponent. What I can do to fix that is I can put all the side spin on. And that'll bring it around so that I can put a little bit more backspin on, and I can tighten it up and give myself just a little bit more room. I need the wind to be lower than 5, and then I won't have to worry about it. Or excuse me, lower than 3. And it does not look like it's going to be that. Let's see what kind of move they do. That's 4 rings. They just did a straight up pull. And a great to the right for good measure. Here we go. .8. It's 3.95 rings. .95 rings. There's 4 exactly. Isn't it perfect? Still not enough. Dang it. I made this one once this week, and I can't remember if it was in the practice. I think I actually went down to Tour 2, and I was playing Tour 2 just to see if I could catch some of the holes, and I caught it and made a hole-in-one on it down there, but it was one of those things where I just threw the ball over. I just turned around and threw the ball over my shoulder and got lucky and made it. Arrgh. Hole number 5. Hole number 5. What is hole number 5? All right. Which way's the wind blowing here? Dun 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 dun. 1.2. Hole number 5. Now I'm going to use my big tapa. And I'm going to use a Kingmaker Heartbreaker. Let's make sure we have a few Kingmakers just in case. Alright, let's look at this hole. This pocket down here, here's the deal. With my APOC, I can get, my red line's going to be out in here. I suppose with a tailwind, if you brought out a big enough ball, you might be able to drive over to the other side with overpower, but I'm not going to dink around with that stuff. I'm having to pull back to get into this pocket. And I'm a big fan of always leaving myself 2 rings of separation. And in order to give myself 2 rings of separation, my big topper fits right into that pocket. So my big topper has 100 topspin. My APOC has 85. So which one's going to net me more distance if I start off at exactly the same spot? The 100. So I'm going to use my big topper. This isn't always the case, but there's a lot of times when you have to pull back from the red line in order to find the spot where you can bounce off the fairway. If you pull back enough, you might be getting into your big topper range, and if you've got mid-level clubs, your big topper is definitely going to have more topspin. So you could net more yardage out here. And in this situation, for me, for my clubs, that's exactly what the deal is. Times the wind, and my big topper hits at 1.8 per ring. So I'm going to do I'm going to do a 20% because I do not. I repeat, I do not want to overdrive this. It carries a mile down into that spot, and I do not want to overdrive it. I'd rather give myself 2 rings of separation and overpull it. But I don't necessarily think that the 20% is overpulling it. I think you really need to do like a 20% in order not to end up in the rough. And I really do not like to go down into spots like that using overpower, if I can help it. See, they pulled back from the red line, and they got 85, what is that? They got 65 topspin. So in that spot, their big topper would net them more yardage. On this particular hole, I will admit that if you hit the right spot on the other side, you can get a run where it slides across the course. And with my big topper, I hardly ever get that slide. I say that, and then here I'll get the slide. But we'll see. We'll see. Where is the... I'm going to make sure I'm in the pocket. 3.6, 2.4 rings. That's 2.5. 2.25. And I'm trying to stay on the left to stay low so that it opens up this window and I can take that sand and that rough and a little bit out of play so that I have a straighter up shot at it like this. And I want to start off a little bit to the left and then kind of bring it back around and give myself a little bit of separation from the sand and rough. There is a rough bump that you can do there. It's dangerous. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. Get in the hole. No dice. All right, here we go. Times the wind. I have no idea where. I think I'm going to be a mid club. There's max. There's mid, so it's 1 per ring. So it's 1.9 plus 0.2. And it's 1 per ring at this level. So it's I'm going to do 2.4 rings. If I can get lined up with the wind. 2.4. Hitting it perfect. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. All right, it's the first. The first time I've hit a perfect in there since I was doing a plus 10, and I wasn't enough, so I upped my numbers. Here's what I did. I didn't want to say what I was gonna do until I took the shot. I did a 15%, so I did 1.15 times the wind, which was 1.9 divided by 1 plus 0.2. Which probably, if you did the math, might raise this, like a plus 20% might be the deal. But I did a 15% plus 0.2 at 1 per ring. I was at mid club, so it's 1 per ring. So the wind and that was there. I just added on those variables. There you have it. There you have it. All right. All right. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. Da-da-da-da. All right. Just thinking. Man, oh man. And this is an old picture of this hole too. This green is only about this big now, and there's fairway here, and the sand traps are a little bit different. This is the original configuration, not the new. But this lane that we have to get through to come through here is damn narrow. I mean, you need to hit it perfect. If you don't hit it perfect, you're in big ass trouble. But we have a serious opportunity to make this if we can get out into this area out here. All right, what do I want? What do I want to bring? I was thinking, I was looking at this hole the other day, and that where we're at, like if you bring out a bigger club and you run all your topspin to come up, it's these freaking branches on this tree right here, this freaking tree right here, these lower branches that are on here, that when you're coming through, it's easy to clip them. Like your ball guide says, no, you're not going to clip them, but when you go through there, you take the risk of clipping them. And I was thinking that if I brought out a big topper, because my apoc's like set up right here, but my big topper hits 10 yards less, so I have to set up here, that by the time my bounces came through, I'd be on a smaller bounce. And I'm not so sure that didn't work. Let me think. I am going to use my big topper. And I'm going to use an APOC, which is what? A 6 Powerball, or excuse me, a Berserker, excuse me, a Kingmaker. Jeez, can you get your shit right here? Can you get it right? Really don't want to use those topspin boost balls. I'm just going to bring a Kingmaker. I'm going to bring one of these so I can get rid of them in my inventory. Is that a 333? Yeah, that is a 333. Shamrock ball. Shamrock. And I got this bag if I don't like the look. Alright, here we go. 1.1 times the wind. Divided by whichever club I decide to use. Drinking some coffee. I'm gonna go in and get some coffee, some more coffee here in a minute. I've been cooking all day. I got up, laying in bed, watching a show, and got out of bed about 9, and I started cooking, and I cooked for 5 hours today. .3 divided by 1.8. It's 2 rings. Exactly. It's 2.01, but who the hell's counting? I'm going to lean just a little. Oh, and I'm in the sand. If I make it through this, I'm in the sand. I'm surprised I made it through the gap. That was 2 solid rings to the left. Okay, I have a great opportunity here. All I have to do is hit it perfect. I'm not so sure, maybe through there if you pulled back. I'm not a fan of hitting through the trees. There is a couple holes in the game. There's one hole in the game in particular. I hit through the trees for a long time, and then I finally decided that I would stop and figure out how to play the hole. can't remember what course it's on, but it's the second par 4 I ever got a hole-in-one on. That was nice. That was damn beautiful. Nice. That's nice. Nice shot. Nice shot, my man. That was a 2-ring great to the right. So I've got 2-ring great to the left, 2-ring great to the right. Arr! This is a hole right here that damn it. This is not, this hole is definitely makeable. Definitely. I like what my opponent did though. Not a fan of hitting through those trees, but maybe that's the way to go. Maybe. Hole number 7. What do we have? Sniper Marlin. All right. All right. I'm going to play this hole. I'm going to practice this hole once as well. Because this is a hole I actually think we should be taking some wind off. The spot that I'm hitting at down there is one of those spots that if, like, here's your line, here's the flagpole up here. If you move to the right, you would expect that your tail would move to the right, but it doesn't. It actually moves to the left. And if you move to the left, your tail actually waggles to the right. And the deal is I've added some wind on and I keep missing off on one side, and I think the deal is that it's one of those holes that I'm making it do that to myself. I see there's a rough bump on this on both sides. You gotta have the right stuff in order to get up there. There you go. There you go. Let's see what they do. Did a little less than 2. Perfect. Nice on. Nice on. Okay, so let's switch to this bag. I want to get lined up right there. Swap ball to a Marlin. .6. If I took off 10%, that'd be 2.3. So there's 2.3. Hitting it perfect. Just a little bit outside. Just a little. Speed was okay. All right, I'm going to do 0.9 times the wind divided by 1. Let me think about how that worked there. So my brain is hurting. All right, I got an equation. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to play it. Here we go. That was my sister texting me. It's 333. or 3-3. It's 3:33 and 33 seconds. So 3-3, 3-3-3. We text each other during the day. Well, and the whole goal is you can't set an alarm, you can't do the thing, but like if you pick up your phone and it's right there, you'd be amazed at how often you pick up your phone and it's 4:44. .3. That is way too fast. .1 rings. There's 3, 1. Getting it perfect. Dead center perfect. Get in the hole. Slight. The way that that works there, I was actually a slight overpull. I'm going to make a note here. 0.9 straight up. I did 0.9 plus 0.1 and the 0.1 was too much. I know that it should, if you go, well, hey, it came in on the left-hand side and the wind's coming in from this direction, so if I overpulled it, I should have came in on the right. But the way that the tail wags here, if you overpull it, it'll actually come in on the other side. All right, in the hole. I cannot remember what this last par 4 is. Oh, yeah. I remember now. I remember. It's all becoming clear. 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.2 is what this next hole is going to be. It is a max APOC shot. This is another one of those holes, if you got mid-level clubs, you won't be able to do it with a 3 power ball. You'll have to bring out a bigger power ball, but you could bring out your big topper so you can get the top spin you need, so you don't have to do any overpower. Or you could bring out a topspin boost ball with your extra mile or your whatever your biggest hitting wood is, or driver, excuse me. Let's look just to make sure. Just to make sure I'm thinking of the right freaking hole. Hole number 8. Yes. All right, we need to hit this perfect. Taking that bag, and I'm taking a Kingmaker. Heartbreaker. I'm going to take one of those shamrock balls. Play it. I'm doing 10% on the drive, 10%, 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.2 per ring. This is make or break. We need to get on. We need to get on, and I need to not be greedy. The wind is 2.9, 2.65. .65 rings. Just need to hit it perfect. Now it's all about whether or not that last bounce clips the rough hard enough that it slows it down, or if it bleeds out And what I was saying about not being greedy there is I could have put on all the side spin. I could have put on all the side spin and tried to really get a run at the cup. But what it does is it puts my second bounce like right here. So if you hit a great to the right, you're in the rough. So I straightened it out so that I was over more towards the middle and coming in over here. It takes the hole-in-one out of play. But what it does do is if I hit a great to the right, it gives me a shot to still get over. The great to the right is actually more of the hole-in-one shot. And I don't know about you, but like you want your opponent to do good. So like I'm in a spot, if they screwed this shot completely up and ended up behind something or some shit went wrong, their fault, my fault, nobody's fault, then they're assured of getting a birdie at least. If we were playing a one-on-one and you're really just trying to win chess and you're doing the deal, then yeah, it's you're always kind of bummed out when your opponent makes some shot from distance or they get some deal. But when we're playing in tournaments, you really want your opponents to do good, because it doesn't happen often, but I have had my opponent save me. And I had a viewer one time comment that when Dunner and I play together, one of us we're not always going to pick up a shot, but it's very unlikely that we're going to end up with a par or end up with something bad where we're both in trouble. We're going to make it through. Somebody's going to get in regulation and save the other person or pick up a good shot. I should probably go clear off. I should probably go clear my desktop off. Hey. I'm sure all of my slots are full, and I'm playing without an empty slot, which is a bad deal. I need one castaway. That's what I need. One castaway. I've had the castaway the last couple days in the club card trading, but I had my APOC and my Cataclysm. And I'm definitely going to choose the APOC and the Cataclysm. I need one more card to get rid of the Castaway to get it out of the club card trading, so I'm not clogging the system up. All right. What do we got here? Okay, I have been playing around with this hole. Let me think long and hard. Let me look at my ball inventory here. And I really hate to use one of those zero wind balls. I really, really do. And I have no idea. Here's the thing, is even if I use one of those balls and I got to the right spot, I have no idea what to do on the other side, like what the shot is on the other side. I think part of the deal is I don't need to put on as much topspin as I'm putting on. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take that. 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.2. We're doing a max OP, max curl, max. But I'm not going to put on all the topspin. I can make it over to the other side if I hit it perfect. I can make it over to the other side, but it's going too far. I can't get my trajectory right unless I bring out a ball that's got more side spin. So instead of putting on all the topspin, I'm going to put on just 4 topspin. Let's see where that puts me. Okay, I was there. I went over to that spot. 3.8. 3.8. It's 3.5 rings. Three and a half. Let's put the forward distance back on. Hitting it perfect. Now if I can catch this first spot, let's see what that topspin does. If I put on more topspin right there, it would have pulled the ball more to the right. The less topspin you put on in a shot like that, the less topspin you put on, or even if you put on some backspin, it's going to pull the ball more to the left, which is what I want. You start putting more topspin on, it's going to, even though everything's going to the left, it's going to make the ball run more to the right. That was close. That was close. I have no idea what to do to the cup. None. I should be pretty level with the cup from where I'm at down there, so I'm just going to go straight at it. Where am I at? There's max. There's mid. I'm in the 8 per ring range. .3 divided by 8 is 0.41. There's 0.41. Oh, man, I really wanted to hit that perfect just to see where it was at. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Woo! Look at that. Woo! Can't be good, be lucky. That's what I'm talking about right there. Woo! In the hole. Arr. That is awesome. That rough bump from distance especially the way the wind was blowing today, would be dangerous as hell if you overpull it. But that Nirvana is so accurate when you get down into that distance of club. And good game, my friend. Good game. And good luck in the tournament. Good luck in the tournament. All right. Now, I really think that I needed to pick up one more in order to give myself, like I said, anybody that's watched my channel knows that I don't ever look in the opening round, the qualifying round. It's not that big of a deal to go up and kind of see like what we should be looking for so that we can start thinking about our shots. But in the weekend round, I have the shots that I'm going to take. I've practiced those shots. I've played those shots. There's still a few of the holes that I don't know exactly what I want to do, like those par threes I'm still practicing on, but I don't want to know what people are at the top. Number one, if you look up at the top and somebody shot some massive score, it can depress you. And then you go out there and you're apathetic, and then every shot, is like if you miss a shot on the one par 4 that I ended up in the sand, then you start taking it real personal and you start getting so I don't want to know. I don't want my caddy to tell me what the scores are. I want to go out there and play the game that I have. But I really think, shooting an 18, if you could back that up, which is the hard part, that so far in the brackets that I've had, I think that in my opening round there was 33s at the top, and there was 3 of them, and then there was 32s going down. So trying to get to that level. And I don't have the tiebreakers because I came in with a 29, so my only hope is that I can shoot a 34 and stand out from the crowd and nobody else catches me. Because if anybody catches me and shoots a 34, it's likely that they're going to beat me in tiebreakers. So even though that's a good round, I need to pick it up. I need to get... I do have good tiebreakers with those Albys, though. 3 Albys on the front. That is awesome. And I did leave one on the table with hole number, what hole was that? Hole number 6, that par 4, hole number 4, might be hole number 4. All right, there we have it. That was the front side of the California Ultimate Tournament in the weekend round in the rookie division. Still got a lot of work to do, but hopefully we can get it done. And I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the like button, ring the bell, leave me a comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one.